Welcome everybody to our Trailhead Live Admin Best Practices session, Leverage Einstein Search to Increase Productivity. Before we get started, we do have our trusty forward-looking statement reminding you to please make any purchasing decisions based on currently available features and functionality. So today's speakers are me, I'm Rebecca Saar, I'm director on the admin marketing team here at Salesforce, and I have a special guest, Ayori Selassie, who is product marketing manager on the Einstein team here at Salesforce, and has a lot of great stuff to share with us. And you can connect with us during this session and afterwards. We are on all of the fun social channels that you are on. So if you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter, we're Salesforce Admins. On Twitter, we're Salesforce Admins with no I. And we're also very active on the Awesome Admin hashtag. So check that out. And if you're looking for more resources like this, check out admin.salesforce.com for blogs, podcasts, videos, and more. And just as an FYI, this session is being recorded. It will be posted to the Trailhead Live site in a couple of days, where you will be able to rewatch this whenever you'd like. Next, we are going to do Q&A, but we will be doing the Q&A in the Trailblazer community. So after the session, head on over, or in fact, be there throughout the presentation so you can jot down your questions and post them while you have them. The link is bit.ly/admin webinar group. And remember those capitalizations for AWG. And we will be answering your questions there. All right, so let's get started. What's our agenda for today? So we are going to talk about first, what is Einstein Search? And then we're going to look into how we can turn it on for our org. And then we're going to check out how we can customize the experience for our users. And then we'll share some resources. All right, so to take it away, I'm going to pass it to Ayori.
All right, super excited to be talking about Einstein Search with you all today. So let's dive right in. Now, we know that AI assists us with all sorts of things. You know, lately I've been using Alexa in my house to let me know, walk me through recipes, because I've been trying out a lot of new recipes recently, y'all. Or set timers and all sorts of things. And we're used to using AI in our maps to help us to get to where we're going. We might be using AI to order food right now. So there's all sorts of ways that AI is helping to assist us. And consumers are used to using search for everything nowadays, right? But we also have to recognize that search is quite difficult in an enterprise environment. And there are several different reasons why. In an enterprise environment, let's say you're a financial services company. Well, you've got a lot of different departments that'll be leveraging search to find different things and fulfill different needs. For example, you have sales users who are searching sometimes for the same terms as service users, but they're expecting to receive something completely different that's based off of their job, because different user bases have different divergent goals. We also have situations where the data can be siloed and dissimilar on the customer side, because all of our customers are different. And so we have to have a system that recognizes and identifies all the different similarities and understands what we're looking for and presents it to us in the best way. We also have a balance between data privacy versus leveraging the benefits of artificial intelligence. So what we've done is we've introduced Einstein Search. Now, you're all probably used to our incredible and amazing global search. But what we've done is we've added extra AI capabilities on top of that in order to empower every CRM user with AI-powered search. Now, if you turn on Einstein Search, which is currently in beta, it transforms the search experience to make it more personal. And what we mean by personal is that you're now able to receive relevant results based on individuals and how they use Salesforce. So if you're a service agent and you're typically looking for records in your particular region, versus a sales rep that's looking for reps in their region, and you may be on the East Coast versus someone else on the West Coast, you're going to see the most relevant results for you showing up at the top. And also, this is, I think, incredibly amazing, is that Einstein search is natural. So when you're searching for things and you really are looking for um, uh, to layer different filters into your search. For example, I want to find accounts in Oakland. Um, Einstein search allows you to do that now right from the search box. Additionally, search has become actionable. I can remember so many times where I really wanted to get to a specific record, but in order to find that, I had to start with the account and then drill down to the related list. We've transformed that experience in Einstein Search, and I'm really excited to show you how in just a moment. All right, so let's hop into a demo. Here we are inside of Salesforce, and I'm going to go ahead and log in as myself. And let's say I'm a sales rep and I primarily work on accounts on the West Coast, which is where I live. So I'm going to go ahead and search for Astro because I have a group of accounts that I work with called Astro and Friends. And here you could see that I've got a bunch of account results showing up right here, but the accounts for California are showing up at the top. And if I were to log in as another user, so I'm going to show you logging in as Valerie East. Valerie also works with the Astro accounts, but she's on the East Coast. So when she searches for Astro, she sees at the very top the accounts in Virginia. And that is one example of how personalization works. It looks at various different things like geography, like industry, for example. It looks at all these different fields and it finds patterns for personalization to help you be more efficient as a user. So now I'm going to go back and show you how we also demonstrate the features around natural. So how has Einstein Search become natural? Now, oftentimes when I'm searching for information, I may want to see something like my open opportunities. So I'm going to go ahead and search for open opportunities. And what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a list of just exactly that. Einstein has actually filtered out all of the closed opportunities and produced this here list right here. And so I see opportunities for all the different users that are open in San Francisco. Now, normally I would have to go in and do several clicks and create a report to get that. But because Einstein Search is now natural, I can do it just from the search box. But also we can do other things as well. So for example, we can pull in different filters. So I want to see my open opportunities. And now I've got a list of just opportunities that belong to me. But again, I can go even deeper with these filters. I can say my open opportunities in San Jose and pull in some regional information. And there you have it. You see this here filter has been created, and I can go in and take action on any of these accounts just like that. And I found exactly what I need. But let's talk also about how Einstein Search is actionable. I'm going to go ahead and search for a contact I typically work with, Neil Wallace. And I'm actually not going to press enter. So I'm actually just typing it in, and already Einstein is working for me. Einstein has pulled up a list of 3 different contacts. So this one here, Astro and Friends, the right account name, but not the right, similar account name, but not exactly the right contact because they've got an old phone number, old title. This one is actually blank. You know, we need to do some data deduplication over here. But we always need to do that. But here I can see this Neil Wallace. I see he's associated with Astro and Friends Financial Services. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I can see that right there. But then also I have this new action panel here, and it's showing me all sorts of other things. For example, I can take action directly here by editing the account. I can directly call the phone number or email them. I can create a new opportunity, but also, and this is the real kicker here, I can actually go into this related list directly from the search box, and I can find exactly the opportunity I want to work on and click it. Now that is going to save you so many clicks. And that's precisely why, and among other things, that Einstein Search is able to increase productivity by up to 50% for the typical user. So if you want your users of Salesforce to be faster and more productive, you definitely want to go ahead and enable Einstein Search. So let's talk about how you can go ahead and enable it. How do you turn on Einstein Search? To activate Einstein Search is actually quite simple. All you have to do is go into the setup panel and type in Einstein Search. You're going to see a screen just like this pop up, and it'll walk you through it pretty much step by step what you want to do. Now, one thing to be aware of is that there are two different steps to turning on Einstein Search. The first step is to turn on the personalization, the feature that I showed you that showed the difference between California and Virginia accounts for the different users. To turn that on, all you have to do is check that box and click Save. But for the natural language and actionable results, you have to go one step further. And what we do to enable those features is we use permission sets. So I'm going to show you how to roll this feature out with permission sets. One of the interesting things about permission sets is that you can have a lot of granularity with how you roll features out. And so here I have actually created a new permission set for Einstein Search. And I could literally take this permission set and assign it to individual users if I just use this here, manage assignment feature. And I can just check off users and add the assignment. However, there is a better way. And that better way, if I wanted to assign this permission set to all of the users in my organization, is I would use permission set groups. So I take that Einstein Search permission set, and I've actually gone in and created a bunch of different permission set groups. I have one for all employees. I have one for all my sales employees, all service, HR, contractors, etc. So I'm going to go into my all employees permission set group, and I'm going to take that Einstein Search permission set and assign it here. So I'm going to go to manage. So I'm going to go to permission sets in group, and I'm going to look for that Einstein Search permission set. I'll click on add and filter it down so I can find the Einstein Search one. Here it is right there. And then I'm going to click add. And just like that, all of my users in my org now have access not only to the personalized results for Einstein Search, but also the natural language search and the actionable features. Now let's talk about how we can customize Einstein Search. So when we searched for My Open Opportunities in San Jose, we were provided with a list view that we could engage right there on the screen. But here you see different fields at the very top. So opportunity name, amount, stage, close date. If you want to change what shows up in those list views when you search, you can actually change it on an object by object basis. And so here we have the screen to go ahead and modify that by pulling different fields that are available on the opportunity and making them available in the search layout. So to do that, you simply go to search layouts. You can choose a default layout if you want to make those changes across any users that are assigned to the default layouts, or you can use specific profiles to modify those layouts. And it's that simple. However, there's another little trick I want to show you, a special little hack. And it is, what if you have some fields that are on a different object that you want to show up on another object? So for example, you may have the city information that is on the account object, but you want that to show up when you search for opportunities. I'm going to show you how to extend cross-object fields on your search layouts with formulas. All right, so here I am on the opportunity object. And what I want to do is exactly the use case I shared with you. I want to make the city information on the account show up on the opportunity record. So what I've done to make this possible is I've leveraged a formula field. And so right here, I've got a field in here called city. And I'm going to go ahead and click into that formula field. And here you can see I just created a very simple formula field that is actually pulling in the account shipping city. You could pull in the account billing city, whatever information you wanted to pull in, you could use a formula field to do that. Now, of course, when you're using formula fields, you want to make sure that you're being careful and not over consuming those formulas because it is a limited resource. But just like that, you can create a field and then it will actually show up inside the search layout, and I'll show you where that is here. I've got my search layout and I've got my opportunity object, and you can do this for any opportunity. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my default layout, and there it is, my city. All you have to do is assign that city, click save, and then you've got a cross object formula working to expose information from one object to another object on your search layouts. So that's pretty much it. There's lots of additional resources that you can check out on help and training to get you all situated and trying out this amazing new feature. Highly encourage you to go in and enable this first in your sandbox to make sure everything's working exactly how you want it to work. You can make any customizations that you want and then roll it out to your users in production, because this is a feature that's going to make your users absolutely incredibly more productive than ever before.
Awesome. Thank you, Ayori. Those were some amazing demos. I definitely see all the benefits of having this Einstein Search enabled. I mean, just the fact that you can see all of your opportunities without even clicking into them and just searching on the top, that's amazing. Definitely, we have more resources for you to continue learning so that you can go ahead and get this enabled for your org. On Trailhead, we will have a module coming soon for you to learn more. And on admin.salesforce.com, we do have our Einstein page with the latest updates on Einstein-related product information. And then we also have our Trailblazer community group. There's a specific one for Einstein, sfdc.co/Einstein group. And then on the next slide, just to wrap things up, we are taking questions in the Trailblazer community group admin webinars. So go there and ask your questions. And then we do have a survey as well. We'd love your feedback at bit.ly/admin Einstein Search survey. And then lastly, we will post these slides so you have them at bit.ly/admin search session slides. I did have some questions just to wrap it up that came to mind. One was around the permissions. I was following along. I know we have to set up permission sets. What's the easiest way to do that?
Yeah, the easiest way is to create a permission set specifically for the Einstein Search feature and then assign it to your permission groups. That is for all of your users. That way you can roll all the Einstein Search features out to all your users all at once. That's what I would definitely recommend. Otherwise, if you wanted to have more granular control, maybe you wanted to start with a pilot group, or maybe you just wanted to roll it out to the sales or the service group, then you could assign the Einstein Search permission cert specifically to the groups for those users. And then you have a lot more granular control.
Got it. Very cool. And are there any best practices for rolling it out to my users? Like, how do I let them know that all of those cool things are available off the bat?
Yeah, I think you can just use some of the slides actually that are shared right here, and let them know that what the new features are, that they can use the search filters, that it's personalized, and yeah, have them have a go at it. I'm sure they will be happy with the results.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, if you can just type in my opportunities and see them all, that's amazing.
Mhm.
Super exciting new functionality for all of our users. Thank you so much, Iori. It's always great having you on our sessions. And with that, we will see you next time in the class.